But yeah, hopefully the anybody downloading torrents or streaming Netflix in the house has been sorted out and the internet issues are solved, and the Papis, well, take a deep breath
like, Mom,
here.
What are you doing? Watching Bob's Burgers? Leave me alone.
Come on, I'm trying to play professional video games for a lot of money, Mom, please. But yeah, hopefully any issues are resolved for the Papis. They're able to take a quick breather and get back into this one. And Dignitas, well, they're going to ban Bastet.
Yeah.
Thank God, finally.
I mean, they have to, right? I mean, Dale has been just running them down cleanly, too. I mean, the Cats, brilliant. The one time I think we've seen a misplay was the Cats at the Fire Giant before the Mud spawned.
Cats at the Fire Giant, and we saw, I mean, it wasn't a misplay, but kind of going into that tier 2, he placed the Cats in the jungle instead of in front of the player. It resulted in not getting killed. But I mean, that's me, like, for whatever reason, remembering that play.
I don't think that would have made a difference, though, because remember, Sobek doesn't have a blockable hitbox when he's lurking in the waters. He goes through player collision.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, yeah, it would have been. You're right. Well, it was not much of a misplay. But yeah, Medusa's banned, which means it's a first pick Athena this time around.
All right.
Dignitas now with some wiggle room. Sylvanas +1 maybe here to be drafted by Dignitas. First time we're going to see him open.
Bologna going to get locked in for Dig. Now, we have not seen Bologna take... Oh, that's going to be solo Bologna. Solona. Solona? I don't know. No, just whatever. Bologna.
Solona?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that cute.
No, it's not.
But with Thor going to the jungle, almost assuredly, that should mean Bologna will be a solo laner. And surprised I felt like these two over the Sylvanas.
Yeah, wow. So Athena likely going to be the jungler here. Sylvanas going to support. I mean, we have to have... I don't know. I mean, realistically, Tyr is probably going to be the best ban here once we get back into the phase for Dig. You don't want Tyr against Bologna. She just doesn't do very well, right? I mean, Tyr out-clears her, isn't affected by the disarm. He has CC immunity. I mean, he's just very strong, and he will out-sustain the hell out of her.
Dignitas is going to draft the Ares here to help deal with the Ram Athena. A very mobile, or very dash-reliant dual lane, so Ares makes sense.
Sylvanas.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it'll be Sylvanas in the duo, not the Athena.
Yeah.
So Athena's the jungler?
Yeah, I would assume so. I mean, she can solo. Kiki
maybe,
showed that she can mid, but I don't think that's going to be the case here.
Yeah.
Hercules, okay. That's a fair ban as well. Hercules, decent matchup against Bologna. Not quite as good as Tyr. Tyr sustains a little bit better, and that's really what you need. But, I mean, the question is, can Ochaboom play gods besides Hercules? It's been 3 games straight.
I hope it's going to be the Athena. She just brings a lot of the same things to the table as the Hercules. Just, you run around the fight and you get people out of position for your team to kill them.
Plus, he really likes teleport. He won't have to build it with Athena.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, maybe we can see a weakening curse or something coming in.
On her going to be locked in. Now, On her was a god that was not played very much for basically no reason in Season 1. And this god came back into the meta because Youngbei willed it. Right? I mean, this was Youngbei's god.
They were like, Rama got nerfed and it was like, I'm going to keep playing him. Leave me alone. Okay, so this time it's Papis reaching down into the... So it's Jungle Athena, Soul Lane, Ul?
Most likely. And then for, I think, the third time this set, he did play a different god last game. We're going to see Doffel in the mid playing Scylla. Final pick here.
Just not a lot of targets that Scylla's really going to be able to kill. Bologna, fairly high HP pool.
Janice is banned here. I mean, this looks like the Agni pick, but I
should be.
I would like to see the Ra.
I love Ra.
Not what I expected.
The Zhonger.
Not what I expected.
Jonathan Kui.
Yeah. This is not a bad matchup against Scylla. He has a lot of inherent defenses, meaning I'm a Monster's a little bit less effective. Good space control, which is something that I think they've needed, right? Because what the Kraken did is force them to spread out. Recall Demons will do the same thing and do damage. So it could work out.
I'm just thinking, how are these team fights going to go? I mean, Zhang Kui, it's to be fine, right? Because when the Sylvanas knockout comes out, he's going to still channel his Ghost. So he just needs to make sure he has his ultimate active for when he gets in there, which is what Zhang Kui's looking for anyway. They have plenty of CC to help set up that dot chain from Zhang Kui. So I'm pretty happy with Dignitas' draft here of the big man in the mid lane.
With that, we're going to be getting into, again, game number 4, guys. This is a best-of-5 set. Dignitas leads 2-1.
I'm surprised to see DeFool go back to Scylla after his Agni was just, like, brilliant in game 2, or game 3 there.
Well, I mean, his Scylla in game 2 was also...
It's true.
Pretty damn good. But, I mean, to me, Agni is just a cleaner pick, right? I mean, it's just mid-camp control is so much better, and that's where they're winning. They're winning in the early game.
This is such a hard position for the Papis to be in, as you see the Gold Fury chilling on some collision that's not there because we cut off the tops of the buildings when we're in spectator mode. Yeah, what a hard position to find themselves in. They have to win this game now to keep their hopes alive after what should have been the reverse position for Dignitas.
We should see an invade come out from Bologna Thor, right? I mean, into Uller, they're not going to have double hand.
Brandon, just give it up, man. It's never happening.
They have to invade.
It's never happening.
They have to do it.
It will never happen.
It's Bologna and Thor.
Yeah, look at their positioning. Yeah, they're definitely looking for it.
Thank God.
I know. Finally, you can finally have 1 moment of respite.
In before one of them gives up first blood. All right, let's get into this, guys. The minions are spawning here. The camps are coming up, and it looks like Variety and Frostiak are probably going to take the safe route here and just take the blue buff.
Okay, here we go.
Maybe not.
They're gonna go and
yeah, they have enough time. Double hand will get it.
Papis, yeah, they're gonna fight this though. Brandon, you
should.
may be right about this first blood.
They should,
but it may not be going in the direction you thought. As
Ashboom did not throw out an axe there. I don't understand.
Maybe he took bladed arrow first.
That gives you the axe.
Maybe he doesn't know how to stance switch.
Oh, that's possible. Oh no, he took hail of arrows.
Yeah, he took hail, so he had the leap. I mean, a little safer.
Jeez, yeah. I mean, it's going to stop him from giving up first blood. But I mean, he had range control there. The only way for them to get in is if they took shield and Mjolnirs, and if they did both of them, he didn't need to get away. A stun and then just backing up would have been enough. Athena took taunt, like they had, or rather shield wall. I mean, they had space control and they gave it up. That's going to hurt.
Duo lane. Sylvanas with his purple buff. One of the last kind of matches that you'll see this week and the next week of Sylvanas enjoying this kind of absurd lane dominance.
He'll still have some dominance, just not the same level of dominance that he has right now.
Well, he'll be better paired with gods like Rom that can stack the wave themselves and allow him to put his damage out.
Right. Yeah. I'm very surprised to see them getting out pushed here. It's Rama, right? I mean, this is what Rama does. He pushes.
Yeah, and Ares doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
right in the lane.
This is the worst lane clear god in the game.
What does he do? He searing fleshes them for 6 damage a pop.
He does knock them back, however. There comes the flames.
Okay, they're going to root out the Ares. He's going to start throwing the chains out. He's spacing them out perfectly. This is max DPS. No, I think he has a minion with the 3rd chain there. They wouldn't be able to aggress there. Surprised even a little bit still to see on her not leap, but with the Archer advantage.
Youngbei tried to jump there and he couldn't. You actually saw the auto attack come out. That was actually him trying to hit 3 and then left click. But he couldn't do that because he was crippled, so the left click just winds up slowing one of the small advantages right there of instant casting.
Right, yeah. But you want to break that down a little bit more? I mean, it's not necessarily the most obvious concept.
Oh, sure. I mean, when you're instant casting, you don't have to hit left click, right? So when you're crippled, you don't actually throw out the auto attack because you don't have that function, right? It's not necessary to click it. So he actually winds up slowing himself a little bit because there's a movement penalty on his auto attacks. And with that, a small amount of damage given away, and with that, some lane control as well. And while it's not a huge win, it's still relevant enough to push them under the tower.
All right, well, there we go. It's still 0-0 here as we're 2.5 minutes into this one. No real advantages coming out. A slight gold advantage of Team Dignitas, but that's just,
I think
as this wave gets cleaned up, yeah, it's going back and forth, basically dead even here between the two.
What it's going to come down to is the mid camps are spawning. Now, these mid camps pretty much belong to blue team, at least on the left side. Athena taunt plus Sylvanas is going to be strong, but Sylvanas' rotation's a little bit late here. It's very unlikely he'll get there right on time, so it's going to be up to the 2v2 that's already going down. Crush ready for it. Pull.
Ooh, the taunt comes out. I think it's secured there now by the Papis, actually, as the fight breaks out.
Dalo getting very low. I'm a monster going to miss in the back line. Variety trying for damage, not getting enough slows there. Dalo very low, and Archangel's probably going to be first blood. No, Variety finds it with the Eagles rally. 2 kills for Team Dignitas, and it's got to be a somber mood in the chat right now.
Yeah, it's got to be a somber mood in the team speak for the Papis as well, as they're starting to fall behind a little bit in this first game, but it is just a first engagement here. It's 1-2 in favor of Dignitas. It is a best of 5, so Papis, while still alive, they need to win 2 in a row and keep Dignitas out of the Pro League. And this is, if you do not know, I'm sorry, this is a best of 5 winning your in situation. So it's the #1 remaining seed from the Pro League going up against the lowest available seed from the Challengers Cup.
Warchi could be dead here.
Really outperforming here. No, now maybe it's Youngbei who's dead. He's going to get hit by the Athena ultimate. The taunt as well, and yes, you're dead. Warchi once again showing that he is a world-class player.
If there's one thing that Papis are good at, it's re-engaging fights that they didn't really have a line to. Where was the Desert Fury there from Youngbei? Like, he should have just tried to commit to it.
Maybe not a mana after that leap and pillar.
That's true.
It was close. I mean, it would have been close. It looked like he had, maybe about 100 mana.
Uh-oh. Brezzy overcommitting here, has a full wave of creeps. No, they're going to let that one go. Warchi heading back to base.
Yeah, with the bonus movement speed he was getting out of chains there, he was able to run away.
So we don't see Medusa this game, right? I mean, this is the first time that either team chose to ban it. Youngbay played it, I think, 2 times in a row, and then we had once from Warchi as well. So we're seeing them play just brand new things. Actually, I think Youngbay has played a different god every game.
Oh, no, Medusa twice. You literally
I just said that.
The first half of that sentence was not in agreement with the second half.
No, but I mean, he's played a lot of gods so far.
Yeah, he has. And Shadow Nightmare also has had a fairly diverse pool now as the Zhang Kui comes out.
Yeah, this is his 4th god in four games.
Well, here we go. It's been Raw Medusa for Bay, and now into the On Her. It's about time. Everyone loves a good On Her.
That's true. Warchi fighting up against Frezzy here. In the back line, Archangel's coming in.
This is a nice little flank here by Archangel.
Knock up. A little bit off timing.
Yeah,
doesn't find it. The dot could get the kill. It's going to need one more hit. Rama has to take to this guy here. A little bit late. Found it. Can he get the second one? No.
Desert Fury now being used. Warchi doing a decent job of dodging that one. Takes about 4 shots. On her, rooted out by the Sylvanas. And he doesn't have a leap available. He does now. Here it comes over the top of the disperse. Couple in hands, but the minions get splayed out in front of him, and he can't find the needle through the haystack.
There is a very, and I mean very small window that you can actually stop yourself from being pulled by Ares and knock him up. It's like legitimately a frame, Bart. It's like 0.01 seconds. It's very, very hard to hit, and he doesn't
Perfect
get
timing.
it.
Well, speaking of perfect, there is Frostiak showing a little perfection himself with a brilliantly placed Mjolnir's attunement and teleporting to it and getting that last in hand.
What
they got a 3rd kill
here
for Dignitas, and now they're cutting the tier 1 and tier 2. Oh, yes, you get snatched out.
But he didn't do any damage. It doesn't actually wind up doing anything.
And he has Mjolnir's attunement back up.
In fact, this is actually maybe going to even lose him the tower.
Lol.
That hurts.
Yeah, it was a hell of a pull, though.
It was a very good pull, but it winds up not working out in their favor. Team Dignitas.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're only 2 kills ahead. Where at this point, this is where Papis were ahead by about 800 gold. They have 2,100.
Right, yeah, that's right. I mean, that's... you know, the Papis have shown that maybe not the best farming team and maybe not the most tenured and experienced and kind of top-tier understanding of exactly how to eke out every small advantage possible. But can they fight? I mean, they won a game 2 and nearly won game 3 through just sheer exertion of will. And here now, it's a lot of trouble for them as Zhang Kui rotates in. Did that card hit the Athena? I think she's just out of frame.
Healing.
Rom takes to the sky. 1, 2, gotta hit this one, buddy. Yes, that's free. And down you will go, Zhang Kui. Sylvanas getting credit for that one, but Youngbay chased down the Athena in the backside. And now On Her, very far out of position. What is Youngbay's plan to get out of this one?
It's going to have to be dispersed. He doesn't have a lot of mana, and he knows if he impales, he's dead. And if he jumps, he's dead. He had no options there. That was perfect option select. There was just nothing he could do to get out of that. I mean, realistically, his best chance were not attack, dodge for as long as possible, and jump into the tower.
Yeah. Try to time out the damage.
Yeah.
It's 4-4 though, as the Poppies answer back quickly and draw this one even in terms of kills. They're still down about 1,500 gold, but they've cut the lead in half.
That's true. I mean, they're definitely showing some signs of life here at the 7-minute mark, but at the same time, Team Dignitas' farm is just way out just everything, right? I mean, their rotations are better. Their fights have been about equal. It is really the only point that you can make for the favor of Papis at this point, except for the fact that for the 3rd game in a row, Archangel somehow is ahead of Frezzy.
He's a very good player, that's how.
I mean,
just continues to do it. I mean, it's unbelievable how poor the Poppies looked in game 1 compared to how they've looked in every game since.
Frezzy going for it. Is he going to get... Yeah, he's going to get 1. I'm a Monster sent back, but they're going to find Dalo freely. Why not use the Defender of Olympus there?
Yeah, to avoid the damage. Well, maybe just thinking that, hey, if he ports it over to Warchi, he may just die to the On Her anyway, and now he'll respawn and get a port wherever he wants. I don't know.
See, I was thinking he'd give it to Sylvanas and then let Sylvanas get pulled.
Right, yeah. No way Sylvanas dies there.
Well, they give up a kill there, and that's going to hurt. I mean, a lot of their wins have been because Dalo was ahead. In this game, he's 3 levels behind. Frostiak looking very, very strong in game 4. Is a very big difference compared to game 2 and 3 for 4 for Frostiak, and that comes down to level difference. And look how aggressive he gets to be, and this is going to work out for him.
This has been the best game so far for Frostiak, for sure. Keeping pace, doing a nice job. Now he's going to take to the sky as his team's trying to bail. They lost that engagement. He's going to need to actually bail out Youngbay here, but he's going to miss the Athena, but he gets the Scylla, forces her beads out to get that kill, but the kill none to left. And Warchi gets that one, and yeah, as you mentioned, Mjolnir's used, so this should be another kill, but Bologna finds a big stun over the top, but she missed! You can't miss that!
Oh,
Variety, you can't miss that.
That's going to hurt him. Mjolnir's out, and he's going to find it. Variety maybe not in a lot of trouble here. That was awesome. Duffel puts the slow on the ground and leaves it there, walks through it himself, lets Variety take the whole of the slow, and then blows it up as he reaches the end. That was the first time that Duffel has made an SPL level play. And if he can play like that for the rest of the game, the turnaround potential is there.
Well, turnaround potential is, I mean, the game is basically even here.
That's true. I mean, experience difference only 1,000. Gold difference shrunk down to 600. A 2,000 gold swing over the last 3 minutes.
Yeah, the difference here is probably Ojaboom just farming away, right?
Yeah,
And he's going to continue to draw this one closer and closer. You can see gold now under about 400, about 600 XP, so he's just continuing to chip away at it. And
he should have this.
He should have this tier 1 on the right side. Yeah.
I like him too, checking his flank, making sure he's not getting rushed in. Now, he doesn't quite get the tower, but Bologna still has to rotate back. She does have the advantage, however, albeit small. We're going to see Ojaboom getting into level 12, guaranteed on the next wave.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to say it now in retrospect, but no points into the attack speed steroid for Uller was the difference between the tower there and not. But he does have a lot of damage and a lot of burst. But a kill comes out onto Dalo, who, well, he was a very, very good Bastet. The Athena is... okay.
It seems to me that he is very attuned to playing maybe the warrior or assassin types, and you put him on a guardian and it's not working out. He doesn't. It doesn't seem to me that he understands where he can and can't do damage.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard. I don't play a tremendous amount of Athena jungle, and we don't see it that much often either. But
it's rotation.
She needs to be ahead in levels. I mean, she's just lives and dies by base damage.
I mean, that's what it comes down to, is you get everything on left, and then you rotate to right immediately, force them out, and take their jungle.
Well, they're going to force out the Thor ultimate here in this right side engagement.
No way he'll go back in.
Yeah, no way he goes back in. But they'll get the Athena ultimate used nonetheless here. Looks like they want to try to make the play on the Bologna. Dash comes out. Taunts there. Shield wall's here.
Eagles rally
over the wall, and away you go.
They'll take 2 hits there. Not a big deal.
Oh, maybe a big deal. His Crush is going to hit as well. No Sikkim just yet, but locking off the escape route is Ojaboom. And he'll get the credit for that one, but on the other side...
They don't have time to Gold Fury.
Shadow Nightmare kills Warchi.
Are they doing the...
Oh, boys. Sylvanas can't get knocked up there, buddy. Another knockup down to Dalo. They're just...
You can't take that damage.
Uh-oh, because Thor's going to rotate over. He doesn't have the ultimate. They're going to have to bail out. That's, 20 seconds wasted.
They threw that. Big time. Big time. Even they might not even have the damage to begin with. I mean, doing that without a Hunter is extremely difficult. Hunters are going to be by far your most objective damage.
Well, they had Uller.
Oh, that's true.
Soul Lane Hunter. He can do the do.
Having 2 Hunters, though.
Having 2 Hunters is better than having none. Or
yes,
1.
Yes, Bart. That's both of those things are accurate. Thanks, man.
No problem.
Ojaboom trying to clean the tower up. He might go down for this.
Attack speed steroid. Could have done it.
Oh, one more shot. Hail of arrows coming up in 2.
Hail. Yeah!
No. Tries to find it.
I wanted it really bad for him.
That would have been sick.
Yeah.
But he's sticking a lane against a Bologna. Yeah, glory bound. More like base bound as he jumps right out of there.
Oh, look at you go. Base bound.
Duffel in the mid lane, 2 levels behind. I didn't expect to see this.
I can't believe he went back to Scylla. He was on and off with Scylla, and the Agni was just all on.
See, I agree with that, and you have to also bring up the point that you can't really mess Agni up, right? You just throw things on the ground. You miss the bomb, you're guaranteed the stun either way. You just put it on the ground.
He's a lot like Scylla, right? I mean, it's like you got to hit your long-range spell, and you have your bailout spell. It's just that Agni's happens to do damage also.
Right, and Agni's long-range spell is very, very easy to hit.
Remember when Sentinel gave global MP5?
No.
Yeah, that was weird. That ability you see of MP5, long time ago.
I think it still does. Just not, I don't think global. Warchi finds 1. Warchi misses 2, aims for the 3rd, doesn't find it, rolls out here. The option should be covered, though. They do. Oh, look at this. I'm a monster. Going to be good. Warchi still alive, but they're going to find it in the back line. Prezi taking a lot of damage. Archangel, though, doesn't really have the same level of damage, and he'll be able to escape for now.
Yeah, again, it's kind of the difference between rotating your soul laner and not.
Yeah, Eagles Rally wasn't even used there. They're going to save it for the Gold Fury. That's 1,500 gold. Ojaboom's going to rotate over. I don't know if he's going to have the line to this.
It's going to be so damn long to get that tier 1.
Can they get Frezi, right? I mean, that's what's going to come down to.
They've got Sylvanas. Sylvanas has no ultimate. He has no way to avoid any CC. He tried it for the pluck. He's not going to get it. And Gold Fury does go the way of Dignitas, and that'll chunk them ahead a nice little bit. It puts their lead to about exactly the Gold Fury.
Yeah. And I really like the way that Archangel played that too, because if he hit the pull there, it was perfect timing. It was just off the mark. You don't want to pull early because that just gives Ares enough time to walk back in right when it's going to be in execute range, right? And he tried to get it like at 26 or 27% to give his team enough time to get in there, but Ajboon's rotation was a little bit too slow, which is unusual. Usually it was Variety we were talking about on the slow rotations, but Variety, with the maybe the level disadvantage because of how much he's been rotating, still helps his team in a big way. Uller must carry in the end game, or this one's going to look like Dignitas's.
It's really tough for the Papis to do anything now because it's max CDR Athena with defensive items, no power to her name really outside of the boots, 1 in 6. I mean, it's they're going to be very, very. They're going to have a lot of trouble doing enough damage. Honestly, I mean, if Uller or Scylla or Rom dies, they're behind like 2 damage dealers.
Yeah, and they can't afford it.
Right, they can't afford that.
They must. It's coming down to the fact that Dalo doesn't have the same affinity on Athena that he does on the Assassins.
That's right, yeah. I mean, if he was a respectable damage dealer, it'd be fine, but the Rom is putting out quite a lot is Warchi here. The Ares pull gets 2, been a long time to see one of those.
That could be it, Bart. This could be enough for them to take the rest of the game. It's going to come down to Warchi. Now, Warchi is leading the top of the player damage. If he can rotate in and find something big, it's one thing, but Eagles rally, Archangel going down. Mid lane, still a fight going on here as we swing back over. Warchi takes to the sky, trying to buy time. He's going to find Frostiak, but...
He'll kill Frosty, yeah, that's right. I'm not sure what the positioning was there by Honor. Youngbei with a strange choice, but now we'll just run him down with Deadly Fury, and that'll be a kill secured, no problem. Back to the fight at the mid Harpies. The disarmed Uller trying to do what he can to kill off that Zhang Kuei, but instead finds himself in the middle of a deicide, and it's 14-11 now for Dignitas, and this will start the Fire Giant for them. We'll see if they're a little bit more successful than the Papis have been at dodging these spells.
Eyes on Shadow here in the back line. Does he reset for the mud? No, he's going to take the damage. A little bit dangerous.
Yeah, he'll take a little bit, but he'll be fine for now. And with the red buff, he just needs a card every once in a while. Fire Giant, no Hog Avail. There it is. Very, very low. Gets Frezzy, but they get it nonetheless. Fire Giant buff to Dignitas in 16 minutes. Their gold lead expanded to 3,400. Their experience at 5,500 now. And they're firmly in control of this one, at least through the mid game. Dignitas needs just one more game to close out this best of 5. In an unfortunate set of circumstances, but the Papis down 1-2.
You know, if there's one thing that we've seen from Dig, it's just been the communication for objective calls has been very, very strong. They're taking all the objectives that they can. They don't really throw in those areas. And with that, it seems like Team Dignitas has crafted themselves a lead that can really mean something. They got a decent amount of kills just now. They got a huge Fire Giant. And it should be enough for them to close this one out. It's only 17 minutes into the game, and they just got a power spike that's going to act as if this was 30 minutes, right, for them.
Looks like Dalo DCing here as the pause does come out. Guys, we'll be fast-forwarding through that for you as fast as possible. But yeah, you're right, Brandon. Fire Giant buffed. Still, I think 5 towers remaining on the map for the Papis. So there's a lot of gold, you know, represented in towers. The Dignitas now has a big-time power play to pick up.
How are they gonna get to the towers?
Right? Dignitas.
That's the problem, right? Dignitas is in the way.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Dignitas has 5 towers remaining that they can take with this Fire Giant buff. I mean, there's a lot of gold represented in structures that with this push, potentially, they can take. Let's get back into the game now, guys, as the pause has lapsed and see how this one is going to finish itself out. 17 minutes in, the Papis down 3 kills.
Oh, this is trouble. I mean, plain and simple. They had a great second game. They had a great third game until the DC, and they still showed some signs of life in those fights. But here, they haven't really had control over the game yet. Their best point, I think they were like up 3 kills and they were still down 600 gold. And that's because Team Dignitas' communication for objective call and farm was just a little bit better. They're looking to close this one out. They have a 3v3 over here in the left lane, but remember, Athena's ultimate should be able to get her over there if it comes up soon enough.
Well, Scylla's here now. It's a 3-man grouping, soon to be a 4, soon to be a 5 even on the left side for Dignitas. As the Thor and Bologna rotating over. Thor continues to pressure the mid lane.
Yeah, look,
and Bologna trying to zone out this rotation from the Athena Uller, but do they have enough damage between the two of them? And no.
This is
straight
great.
as the ultimate. And now
left side, they have to engage. I mean, they should be rushing in. Why is Bologna choosing to go into the tower? Frezzy's going to find 3, pulling 0. Bead's going to be used, and an ultimate as well. Youngbei taking some damage in the back line.
But now the Zhang Kuei ult.
Yeah, they're going to chase this one down. This one's looking real cute right now for Dig.
Zhang Kuei ultimate, not that effective. Gets rooted out by the Sylvanas. I think that was the RNG route as well that came out, so wrecked. But here is Bologna, and Eagles. What? How do you not use your ultimate there to stun 2?
No, I mean, he was using it in the mid lane.
Oh, he did use it in the mid lane.
There's no reason for him to go to the mid lane. Again, Variety choosing the wrong decision cleanly there. They still get the tier 1, but that should have been 2 kills in the tier 2 by now.
Yeah, I mean, well, maybe not the wrong decision, but it just didn't work out the way that he would have wanted, right? He was expecting to maybe find a kill in the mid lane and make that tier 1 assault into tier 2 really easy and maybe find a kill. Instead, now they're forced to fight into the full strength of Team Dignitas. As really nothing got done in the mid lane. Leaving out is going to be Oj Bomb, and here comes Bologna to the backside. Again, they get blown up by kind of the same positioning out of Bologna, and this could very well be the game, guys, as they have a nice advantage with 2 members down as Archangel falls as well. They'll at least get the Phoenix on the left side here as Fire Giant buff continues to heal up Dignitas.
Shadow Nightmare has found great affinity with Zhang Kui in this game. He's 4 levels ahead of Doffel right now, even pushing for his 5th. They're going to dive right in. Frezzy doing some damage to Warchi, but they're going to find Frosiak. Very, very smart target switch. Variety getting some damage in the backline. Eagles Rally going to be used, and the Ghosts will send them back once again, but the tower falls in a 1-for-2 trade in favor of Dig.
And, well, those trades continue to happen in their favor. They've built themselves a decent advantage in this game through just kind of the kills they're getting, but it's the out-farming that's really the surprise, as they're now going to make their way to the Gold Fury, and it will be the second time this game they'll look to pick it up. The first time this game the Gold Fury could potentially go down. How many games do you see a Fire Giant go down for any Gold Furies?
Oh man, this is clean. I mean, there's no way for them to contest this whatsoever. Dignitas going to clean up another Gold Fury, and that's going to put them now 8,000 gold in the lead. Fire Giant still going to be active for another 7 seconds or so expect that the buff coming up, or rather the fight coming up in 1 minute, that's going to be the next objective. And Bart, they took the good Phoenix, right? The Phoenix that's farthest away from FG. That's the one you want to get down. The farther they have to rotate away from the fight that's going to be forced, the better for Team Dignitas.
Yeah, this is one of the best kind of like non-victory positions you can be in. Left side Phoenix down. Advantage, moderate advantage through Golden Experience as well, and Fire Giant coming back up, and you're going to be able to contest that with the Phoenix down on the far side of the map. It's going to be very difficult for Papis. They're going to have to leave at least one person back to make sure their Titan doesn't take too much damage. I guess it's the Athena who can globally ult. I mean, they do have that going for them. They'll have an opportunity to contest this still, but it's tough. It's tough cookies for them.
It doesn't look like anyone's making the rotation. Anyone that has any chance of stealing this away is over on the left side right now. They have 2 hand 3s. And both of them were hanging out in the left lane.
Right, yeah, so maybe just looking to fight this one inside the base. They're going to give the tier 1 on the right to Bologna.
Yeah, look at this.
Just going to go clear minions.
That's a great use of time right there. Variety realizes that they have enough time to pick up some extra gold, and they do. I mean, anything to put them farther ahead at this point is going to help.
Fire Giant started up now from Dignitas. It's going to be soloed for the moment by Young Bae. He's just dancing back and forth, avoiding the damage coming out from the big man. The mud to come out next. Young Bae is going to probably reset here.
It's way too late. You see the rotation coming out, but by the time they recognize what's happening, they're going to be dead.
Oh, the stun. Trapping in 2. Berserker Barrage hitting both for the full duration. Forced to beads away as the Uller. Balon ultimate used, but, that's on a fairly short cooldown. So she'll be having that one ready again nice and, well, probably right in time for the next fight. 45 seconds remaining on that bad boy, even before she has any cooldown reduction.
And that's crazy. Right? I mean, she does have a little bit. She has 7% right now.
Does she have that tier 2 cloak? Yeah, okay, she does.
Variety going real deep, though. Bead's going to be used. Oh, wow, look at this. Doffel's going to throw some damage out, but Frezzy to the back line going to find a huge pull, enough to burn what remaining CC immunity they have, and chasing them down. There's no one to call. The Ghosts are just doing too much damage.
Well, Phoenix likely to go down here as well. Dignitas potentially going to be able to push through and win this one. It's a deicide. 4 seconds remaining on Archangel. It's probably going the way of Dignitas. I don't think the Sylvanas is going to be able to hold out the whole team with a Fire Giant buff.
There's no way. I mean, he can attempt, but they're going to move right in. 2 Phoenixes down right now. Sylvanas taking a decent amount of damage, trying to get back into the base there, but he's not body blocking the shots. And that's going to be all she wrote. A DC for Game 3 is going to hurt them, but Dignitas cleanly and with no real advantage that time, just going to close this set out and find themselves back in the SPL.
An unfortunate set of circumstances leads to that Game 3 loss, as you mentioned, but Dignitas does win 2 besides that and are able to take out the boys from Papis. The Spanish Challengers Cup team looking really good, though.
They did. I mean, honestly...